this will give us. This will now. I've got what's going on. Okay, so here we are. What's going on? This is Kelly Kelly. We're right here on sessionslive.com/Kelly Kelly. K to the ELLEY. K to the ELLEY. Once you get it, you never forget it. But I'm going to introduce to you somebody new today. So, you guys have seen me out here doing all of the party train stuff, the Kelly Kelly stuff, and now you're about to witness for the first time here, live on sessionslive.com and live anywhere, Channeling Legends, which now brings in Jade Nelson, who's going to be singing and is developing her own artistry. So you're going to see from Channeling Legends, you're going to start to see some Jade Nelson stuff happening. So she's a very talented artist, singer, songwriter. She's just picked up the guitar. She's playing some keys, right, Jade? So tell us a little bit, Jade. What's going on? What are you thinking about these days?
In regards to music, in regards to life.
Yes. To all, it's all open. Is it music? Is it life? Is it one and the same?
It is one and the same. Yeah.
Right?
So, currently thinking about just expanding into this dream that I've had since I was a wee little girl.
Right.
Kind of got off the boat for a little bit, started,
Yeah, what happens?
Yeah.
No, so let's talk about that for a quick second. So let's get you guys some of the backstory on Jade. So Jade is a friend of mine. She did some photography for me a few years back in Minneapolis, and so we're both Minneapolis natives. And so Jade has been out here doing her thing. She does acting and singing and musical stuff, but is also an aspiring artist, right?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work in New York? It gets challenging, right? Because we got to make, like, New York is not cheap, like everybody probably has heard.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to be on your A game
for
all those things, right? You got to be working. You got to have a place to stay. You got to, you're still pursuing your craft. And what happened when you got to New York?
Yeah, so I got to New York. I went to acting school at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Right.
And then after I got done with that, I got into retail to make a living.
Yeah.
And it became a little bit harder to
Awesome.
pursue acting. And then I started to ask myself why I wasn't pushing for that as hard as I wanted to.
Right.
And I realized it was because I loved theater, because I loved music.
Yeah.
And then that was when I decided, no, I'm going to pursue my craft within singing, songwriting. That has led me into wanting to play other instruments. And, now that I've been working in retail for so long, I'm realizing it is time to really focus my time and energy into something that I'm passionate about, and not something that's just going to make me be able to live here. Because what's the point of living here if I'm not doing the thing that brought me here?
Yes. Yeah. Right? So I'm sure for many of you guys out here, because I'm going to let Jade in on a little bit of some background on sessionslive.com, is, again, a lot of times there's other artists out here watching. And I know we're all kind of going through like, okay, now, how is this working? And I think we're all wondering the same thing, and all kind of just trying things and seeing how we connect with other people. Because I think we got Papa Red and maybe Debo the Hustler in the house. Who's in the house right now? It says 0, but that Papa Red wasn't there before. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get that stuff going. But you start to find out, like, oh my God, like, we're all trying to, like, do this thing. And that's how, again, with me starting to work with Jade, I met her through her father again, or we reconnected while she was here, and she wanted to get back into music, and I was putting together a project, Channeling Legends, And I'm like, hey, come on in, come do some work, and get yourself just actively doing what we do as either singers or writers and other musicians, and that's to connect with each other and like make some cool music and grow together and see what you can do with a project. So that gives, I think, everybody a little bit of the inception of what I was thinking, you know, with creating Channeling Legends and starting to bring in some other folks, and for myself to connect with other musicians and to get ideas and to see how good you can make something that represents us all, and gives us just that vision of like, oh my God, like we did something amazing. It affected a bunch of people. People want to go for the ride. They want to find out who I am as an artist, but still what the project is. And now you've got two things kind of going. So I think on that note, we should do some songs. Let's do, ooh, I'm like, where should we start this today? I don't know. Are you having any immediate thoughts?
My immediate thought is we usually start with Master Blaster.
Okay, let's start with number one. Let's run the set as we run it. But before you do, I'm gonna ask why.
Well, this one's been our challenge one. Starting the show off with something really big.
Yeah.
That, you know, we feel really strongly about in this one because it's our challenge one. But if we can get this one, then all of them are gonna just blow it out of the water.
Exactly. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that that new battery was working. And it's working. So yes, so here on sessionslive.com/Kelly Kelly, you can join the Special K's, which is a special fan base that we're building here and we're nurturing. So if you want to join the Special K's, make sure to click to follow, and we want to get some love in the house. So if you like what you're hearing, you know, chat us up, we'll chat you back, and let's play some music. Yeah. This is Master Blaster Jammin'. Oh man. Yes. What's up, everybody? Let's do this thing. Hang on, I'm gonna switch this. We're gonna let this groove for a minute, and then I'm gonna bring this back around. But let me see. I think a little bit too. Let's see, am I in there, right? Everyone's feeling pretty. It's hotter than July. Though the world's full of problems, they couldn't touch us even if they tried. From the park I hear rhythm. Girl is hot on the bus. Tonight there will be a party on the corner at the end of the block. Didn't know you. We'll be jumping until the break of dawn. See, nobody ever told you that you. We'll be jumping until the break of dawn. We'll be jumping and jumping and jumping and jamming. They want us to join the fighting. But our answer today is to let all our worries breathe through our fingers, slip away. Jesus come to Zimbabwe. Tonight's time for celebration, 'cause we've only just begun. Didn't know you would be jamming until the break of dawn. Nobody ever told you that you would be jamming until the break of dawn. See, nobody ever told you that you will be jamming until the break of dawn. See, nobody ever told you that you will be jamming until the break of dawn. Jamming and jamming and jamming and jam on. Woo! Jade Nelson, y'all. Yes! Ask me, am I happy? Well, as a matter of fact, I could say that I'm ecstatic, 'cause we've all just made a pact. We've agreed to get together, join as children and shine. When you're moving in the positive, your destination is the brightest star. Didn't know you would be jamming until the break of dawn. See, nobody ever told you that you will be jamming until the break of dawn. I bet nobody told you that you will be jamming until the break of dawn. See, nobody ever told you that you will be jamming until the break of dawn. We'll be jamming and jamming and jamming and jam on down. Da 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 Yo, yo. Now, I'm over here having a moment because that was kind of hot. That was kind of hot. Very interesting. So here we are. We're right here on the Kelly Kelly Show, sessionslive.com/K to the E-L-L-E-Y, K to the E-L-L-E-Y, right? And you have just witnessed the birth of Channeling Legends here live, exclusively right here on sessionslive.com. So, what do you say to that? You know, Stevie Wonder, Master Blaster jamming. And you heard it from Jade's mouth. Like, we've been working towards this. Didn't know when it was going to come. But we knew this week we had to kick it off. I knew we had to kick it off. And I'm like, it's time to go. And you take what you have and you put it out there. And so I guess first thing I want to do is say, Jade, how does it feel? How did it feel? Tell us a little bit, maybe, you know, about, I guess, our process and what got us here, or and either what you went through, what you were thinking. Talk to me. I mean, it's a loaded question. I didn't mean it to be so heavy. But, you know, let's start with right here in a moment.
Yeah.
You know, you've been working on something. You've been putting time in. You're going through the paces. You know, everybody, I think we're all in this world, especially here in New York too, like you're like, you know, you want to see things come together. Everything's moving fast. And so you want to invest your time. I'm going to say from your side of again, from an artist, you're like, I only have so much time. So I want to be involved in things that I'm hopefully passionate about.
Yeah.
because a lot of us, when we collaborate, we're starting with the idea, it's like, okay, nobody's rich. We're all investing in creating something that hopefully will generate into or turn into something that will either further our career or hopefully pay some bills.
Yes. So, okay, going back to in this moment.
Yes.
I feel like because obviously this is our first live session, kind of kicked us into gear in that way, but it was like one of those moments where you had to look at it and say, okay, we put in this many weeks of work, this many hours of work, and at this point we know it. And let go of all of the things that, you're like, I have trouble with this, or, oh, I know in this moment I always mess this up. It's like, nope, this is the moment to just let it go and let it be.
Yep.
And I feel like we really did that.
Yep.
And
Yep.
felt hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, that's what's so cool is that energy that you kind of work, again, we're working in a controlled environment. We had to learn how it sounds, how it goes together. We're trying different sounds, and it's still a work in progress. Because it's like, okay, you get it to a certain place, and then, like I said, I've said, you've got to let it fly. You got to just kind of start testing it out with people and seeing what your body reacts, and then hopefully what kind of reaction you get, And I think for the both of us, it was just electric.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, okay, we've been rehearsing, and even though it's in the same place, in the exact place that we walk in, we're chilled, but when you're giving yourself a specific period of time to play a piece, are you going all in?
Right.
With everything you've got in that moment, and really starting to try to cultivate your mind to do that every time. And I think that's, hopefully if you guys are out there thinking about that stuff and you're having a great time, right? Those are some of the things we talk about in our exclusive community that you can join, right? And people, if you want to join for a monthly fee, we've got things set up, and people can come and you can talk about those things. So, but I'm going to have a sip. We are going to continue. Jade, what's number 2 now?
Number 2.
We've got Jade's over there on the dial. We're going to have to get you a dial. We'll have a big dial in the song. She can practice that whole, that's a gig.
We have, usually up next is She's Always in My Hair. Pop Life is also on the brain.
Ooh. Maybe we still owe Prince, I guess if we're talking about news that's not such old news, it's only the 16th, but last week was Prince's birthday. And for all the Minneapolis heads out there, and people that I say Minneapolis heads referring to that you love the Minneapolis sound, and I want to make sure I include everybody, not just Prince fans, but being from Minneapolis, playing in the bands and being part of that scene, I want to make sure everybody who lived there gets their due, because I know a lot of folks, some folks feel salty about it. There's some folks that feel like, they should have got more due and recognition because of everybody's individual affiliations with the whole thing. Growing up in it, I never looked at it quite like I was ever looking for anything from it, because I was there.
Right.
I was, interacting on all these different levels with groups that were signed and touring and playing, and there was always shows going on, and people were doing shows, and we would go see each other, so it was always exciting. Like if the Time was playing, or Maserati was playing, or we were playing, or Mint Condition, all these different groups, and all the rock stuff that I did. The rock scene was always, Minneapolis just has a great rock scene. So later on with my bands Godspeed, we played all the rock circuit, and, it was crazy. Like we were the 90s. I was like Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, all these other bands, the Nirvana and those guys. But So we're gonna jump in. Let's screw that. Let's get playing, and let's do "She's Always in My Hair" since I'm still holding the guitar. Um, and I'll tell you guys a secret. One of my secrets is like, like sometimes I like to play 2 or 3 guitar songs in a row because you get warmed up, and like switching is cool, but there's the bonus of like you played, you kind of got comfortable. Again, if you're talking about nerves or anxieties that we have, for me, again, it's like, even today, like I got pretty much walking cold. Like there was no warm up, but I'm like, all right, mentally, I'm always adjusting. I'm like, all right, if nerves or whatever it is that you feel wells up in you or starts saying, hey, there's an alert, and you're like, oh, but look, I do this every day.
Right.
So maybe maybe the fingers are a little stiff. I will always admit that, at this point for me, I do have some arthritis that I have to kind of play with. So like being warmed up is an advantage. But even to the degree of my own personal being, that if I believe what I say I believe, and then that's that the mind can get me there, I still go for it in that way. And I'm trying to see if I can beat it that way.
Yeah.
So anyhow, here we go. She's Always in My Hair. Let's get that thing rocking. Ooh, how do I want to do this? Bread. I like that Cali sound. We're gonna take the Cali bass. And then the cellos. I love the cellos. Whenever I feel like giving up, whenever my sunshine turns to rain, whenever my hopes and dreams are aimed in the wrong direction, she's always there, telling me just how much she cares. She's always in my head. She's always in my head, my head. Whenever I feel like not doing great at all, whenever I'm all alone, even if I hit the wrong notes, she's always in my boat. She's always there, telling me just how much she really cares. She's always in my hair. She's always in my hair, my hair. Maybe I'll marry her, maybe I won't. Maybe I will not, baby. Let me tell you, if I was a gigolo, I was gigolo all my life. She'd still be there, telling me just how much really cares. She's always in my hair. She's always in my hair, my hair.
Wow.
Whenever I feel like giving up, whenever my sunshine turns to rain, whenever my hopes and dreams are aimed in the wrong direction, she's always there, telling me just how much she really cares. She's always in my head. She's always in my head, my head. Oh, she's always in my head. She is always in my head. She's always in my head, in my head. She's always in my head. She's always in my head, in my head. She's always in my head, in my head. Wow. Wow. I don't know what's going on out there for you guys, but I'm going to hit the turn on the applause sign. Sometimes you've just got to turn on the applause sign. But look at that. There's about a 4-second time delay.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm going to have to say, and I'm going to have to compliment highly on Jade's. You know, we look at the whole schematic, like the color scheme. Did you guys get the yellows and all of that stuff? You'll see my foot come up in about 4 seconds, but when it does, or I don't know what they see, but anyhow, but we, you know, to me, when the universe is shifting in a cool way, and you just keep stepping forward, like cool things are happening, you know what I mean? Like, oh yes, like getting to do that song right here on Sessions Live. I didn't know when this was going to happen. Honestly, this was not. I knew whatever the next move I could make today that to try to step us into the future on that level. This, you know, just hit me, and I was like, all right, it's time to go. It's time to go. So I'm grateful for Jade because again, she's invested her faith in what I'm doing and the vision and the concepts and you know, coming in and just going in and saying, all right, let's create. You know, I'm trusting you, the vision is coming, and then again, hopefully, you know, on my side, I like being accountable. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm like, okay, now I'm not thinking for one, I'm thinking for not only Jade, because we still have her dad, Chris, who's playing keyboards with us right now as kind of the core. And then we've got the rest of the band that we're going to be bringing in for different shows, right? And so you may see us in a fully blown arena playing, you know, with bands, and you may see us right here live. You're going to see us, in fact, in all of those places. If I have my way with it, as you know, we're climbing up this amazing ladder we're still here. So, oh, let's play another Prince song.
Sure.
I'm gonna switch over, throw the bass on for a second, and let's play some Pop Life. And hey.
Hey.
So we're back, and we're about. Oh, let's tune up. Tuning is good. Tuning is priority, party people. So let's see. Okay, so let's see. What else are we thinking about here these days? Is what else is on the horizon, Jays? What we've got? We're going to be in Minneapolis the last week of August through the 26th, 27th. There's a show that weekend. I get confused if it's the 25th, Saturday or Sunday, but that weekend we'll be live in Minneapolis. So you guys can come out if you are in the Minneapolis area and show your love. Tell me, come up to us and say you saw us on Sessionslive.com, right? We're going to have new Kelly Kelly merchandise coming out. So be on the lookout for lots of cool, fun things. Maybe we'll give away some things, you know? So this will be really interesting. And then hopefully what we'll start doing is we'll start bringing in some other people, whether we're piping in Chris from Minneapolis or we're trying to get him out here for beginning right after the 4th of July for a little in session next level. So we'll put that on the map. So don't let me forget. Chat us up. Hit me up. And then let's see. We got to get later on. We'll start covering all the rest of the social media stuff. But let's see. What am I doing here? Hang on one sec. Let me get this bass right. Make sure I'm in. Oh, let me do that. I'm over here. But this is good. This is good. Lots of wonderful thoughts. And you guys, I want to let you know that, for the new Channeling Legends album, you guys are completely able to, I think we're going to set up either a Patreon or a Kickstarter. I'm still not sure. I feel like I'm tech savvy, but I haven't gone through all the setup process with all that stuff. But we've got some things like that. We're going to be doing private parties, private shows. So if you want Channeling Legends, Kelly Kelly and Channeling Legends, you want us here, we'll come to your event. We'll rock the house. And, you're going to see a lot of different interesting music coming out of us. Because I love all kinds of music. Jade is also from that ilk. And we've got a lot in store, a lot of surprises. We're just lifting the can off of this. But I think... Here we go. Let's drop. Oh, yes. And get that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. What's the matter with your life? Is the poverty bringing you down? Is the mailman checking you round? Did he put your $1 million check in someone else's box? Tell me, what's the matter with your world? Was it a boy when you wanted a girl? Don't you know straight hair ain't got no curl? But life, it ain't real funky. Unless it's got that pop, big ass pop life. Everybody needs a thrill, pop life. You all got a space to feel, pop life. Everybody wants to be on top, but life it ain't real funky unless it's got that pop, big ass. Tell me, what's it underneath your hair? Is there anybody living there? Can't get over. You say you just don't care. Show me a boy who stays in school, and I'll show you a boy who wear big ass pump life. Everybody needs a thrill. Pump life. We all got a space to feel. Pump life. Everybody wants to be on top, but life it ain't real funky unless it's got that pop, big ass. Uh, 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 uh. Ooh, oh, oh. What you putting in your nose? Is that where your money goes? River of addiction flows. Think it's hot, but there won't be no water when the fire blows. Dig it, pop life. Everybody needs a thrill. Pump life. We all got a space to feel. Pop life. Everybody wants to be on time, but life it ain't real funky unless it's got that pop. Dig it, life it ain't real funky unless it's got that pop. Dig it, life it ain't real funky unless it's got that pop. Dig it. Well, you know, I think if you're entertaining yourselves, you're doing okay. So, that was Pop Life, you know, and again, you know, all bow down to the one, the only prince. You know, knowing him from my perspective as against the world's perspective, there's all these different perspectives, but the utmost respect for him creating his reality the way he saw fit, whether it was just or unjust, or you know, everybody's got a place in that, but he made it so big that it had an adversely positive effect on all of us. And now 5, 6, 7 years later, I feel like it's growing. To me, it's almost borderline getting a little corny, a little cheesy, but hallelujah, you know, he deserves it all. Like, you know, like to do what he did, based on his vision and his, you know, his just originality and just doing what he decided he was going to do. You know what I mean? I think for all of us, if we could achieve, you know, that much of it, yeah, I think we would all be happier. We would all be, you know, living even a better life. Even if you're living a good life now, you think you're living a good life, you know, focusing on things that you're really passionate about does really have amazing effects, and can make, if you're a person that has anxiety or any of the mental stuff that's finally out in the open that I think most of us got in one way or another, you know what I mean? Like, I think that you can heal and you can just, you know, you can have an amazing life. You can let go, man. You can let go. And so, what do we have next?
We have Tell Me Something Good or Use Me.
Tell me something good or use me. Well, those are both going well. I mean, I could almost. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever read. Hang on 1 second, maybe. No. There's another one. Ooh, well, we'll think about that. I'll do guitar because I got to do guitar. That's what I practice. I can't. I can't break away from it. Sometimes one of my things is to not have to do it. Is go. Oh, Kelly, you sound really good on the bass doing it, and then I forgive myself for the mistakes that I would make for just totally doing it from straight from stream of consciousness, pretty much. But was another challenge and an equally good one if you're working on things like that. Sometimes that's a healthy thing to do. Sometimes I should try to get the guitar sounding magnificent. So let me switch again. And ooh, ooh, ooh. Here we go. Tell me something good. Yes. Okay. And again, just thinking about process, since we're here talking about what it is getting together, doing a show, putting this thing together, like, again, now going through, whether it's getting my parts together, playing and singing, like this song for us, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Jay, tell the audience here on Sessionslive.com, why is this song a big deal for us?
Well, we've tried a lot with it leading up to this point. From switching octaves to switching how we're gonna break up the parts.
Yeah.
And then just this week we worked on fine-tuning exactly how we want to sing it with these runs.
Yeah.
Because they're so similar but so specific and different for each line. So there's a lot of work that we put into just going line by line, figuring out what are we going to be doing in each of these.
Exactly.
How are we going to line it up?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, I feel like, again, for us both to do it individually, nobody would ever question what we did. Was it right? Is it good? It's like, it's not really on that level. But when you are, again, sort of accountable doing it with somebody else, and you have to find a way that, again, stretches you a little bit further, because you're like, okay, I'm singing it. I think what I sing sounds probably pretty good. But then you start, like, the closer we analyzed each line was significant, right? Because then we could agree, like, we heard this, we knew we were listening to the same thing. And it wasn't like, because I know for me, sometimes when I would mix songs or do songs for people, again, producers and engineers can relate to this, or anybody who mixes their own music. You hear it on the speakers you did it on, it sounds one way, you love it. You go to the car, it doesn't translate. You put it on your earbuds, it's something else. And I think we all kind of go through this phase of, like, going, okay, you learn it to the best of your ability, and then you hear it and it's still a little bit different, because I think we all, especially from the vocalist, now I'm jumping from production to the vocal, but and I feel like I got something in my throat, but we all just naturally do things a little different. So we had to kind of get with that. So I'm gonna plug in the guitar and then we shall perform the song. All right. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good sound. So, um, in that moment, guys, like again, just a quick production moment. I am going song to song, trying to get faster at getting my sound. But also, and I encourage all of you. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get out of teacher mode, but like from the production side, I'm just gonna say like take the time you need, like in between songs. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. You know, because it's about our show. And since this is show one, again, I kind of got a bang for the bucket while we've got the time, and we're doing this to kind of show you guys all of what happens here, because I think people will find it valuable. And that hopefully is our way we can sort of contribute to, making an impact. Hopefully seeing you guys out at some, Kelly and Channeling Legend shows, and and working from all the stuff that's going to come. So we'd love to have you aboard. Don't forget to, hit like, subscribe, comment, DM me right here at sessionslive.com/Kelly Kelly, K to the ELLEY. I said K to the ELLEY. And we're going to do a really cool surprise that's even bigger and harder to be better than Shaka and Rufus and Tell Me Something Good and Stevie Wonder, but we got something going here, so let's do this thing. Come on, come on. Something that will sure enough set your start on fire. You refuse to put anything before your pride. What I got will knock your pride aside. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me
that you like it, yeah.
Got no time is what you're known to say. I'll make you wish there was 48 hours to each day. Problem is you ain't been loved like you should. What I got to give will sure enough do you good. Ooh, ah, ah, 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 ooh. Tell me something good. Tell me
that you love me, yeah.
Tell me something good. Tell me
that you like it, yeah.
You ain't got no kind of feeling inside. something that will sure enough set your stuff on fire. You refuse to put anything before your pride. What I got to knock your pride aside. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me that
you like it, yeah.
Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me. The tide is high enough going on. I wanna be your number one. The tide is high enough, moving on. I wanna be your number one. Number one. Number one. Oh.
Something good.
Woo! All right. So, here we are, right? Kelly right here, Sessions Live. Kelly J. Nelson right here on Sessions Live / Kelly, K to the E-L-L-E-Y, K to the E-L-L-E-Y. That was the first time that has been previewed in history anywhere on this planet, right? That was a concoction of ours. Oh my goodness. No. So, let us know what you think. Hit us back. I wanted to just do it, right? Figured we'd just bring it in. We may rewrite it. We may write it, actually, I mean, I'm almost hearing a whole, I was thinking of some sort of like a Caribbean rap or something, something wild and crazy or something. I don't know what. I've like something super catchy that could, that could just be a break with all three parts, like as the hook with what we have going with the interplay, and then maybe we get some collaborators to come in, and maybe we have we'll have like a rap verse contest. Maybe pick the 3 best rap verses and do something really cool, right? Because we want to connect with you. We want you guys to just get to know us right here. The whole Channeling Legends, again, it is exactly what it says, and that we are, whoever your legends are, you should have your legends, and you should be communing and connecting and studying everything you can about them if your creative path is to emulate any of that. Like, to me, that's like drinking from the sip of the gods. No, but, very cool. So, let's see. So that was Tell Me Something Good. Well, let's follow it up and let's get this Bill Withers thing. I think Bill Withers, I'm surprised that Bill Withers and Shaka Khan never collaborated. Yeah. Maybe different energy, but I think they both were equally, at least with these songs, kind of in that a space that not many people get to.
Yeah.
So let's see what is this my Checkawa? And to me, just can you drop the beat and right here we go and. So, you know, but sometimes we have hiccups, right? We're all learning on the fly. This is one of the gigs I was telling her was going to be part of her show, her gig, and she thought she wasn't ever going to see it. But like, hey, but you know, right? We're all trying to learn how to like keep the magic flowing. And so, you know, that may get her a million blooper reel bits or pick up, you know, like somebody, hey, you'd be so lucky to become a meme with like a gazillion, you know what I mean? Like you could be that meme. Yeah, when they tell you, you know, whatever the joke is, there'll be many jokes on it. But better to be seen, right? And be a meme than nothing. No, you know, like you'll be walking down the street and they'll be like, she'll have a dance. No. Yes. So, but anyhow, it's all love, right? Because we all do it. I do plenty, and sometimes I'm a little fanatical about it, but hey, again, making the mistake is how you grow, right? Check it out. And Bill Withers, hopefully you can appreciate this. My friends, feel it's that appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me, yeah, all you want to do is use me. But my answer, you're all that you's mixed up. I said I wanna spread the news. And if it feels as good getting used, oh, you just keep on using me until you use me up. Until you use me up. My brother, sit me right down and he talked to me. And I'm sure he meant well. Yeah, but when our talk was through, I said, brother, if you only knew, you would wish that you were in my shoes. You just keep on using me until you use me up. Until you use me up. Sometimes it's true, you really do abuse me, yeah. You give me an account of high class people, and then you act real rude to me. But oh baby, when you love me I can't get enough. I said I wanna spread the news that if it feels as good getting used, oh, you just keep on using me. You use me up till you use me. Talking about you using people. It all depends on what you do. It ain't too bad the way you're using me, but I sure am using you to do the things you do. To do the things you do. Do the things you do. To do the things you do. To do the things you do. I just want to let it groove. To do the things you do. To do the things you do. To do the things you do. Yeah. To do the things you do. 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 Let's stop on the one. To do the things you do. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Last 5.
Wow, was that 5?
That was 5.
I'm gonna honestly say that did not feel like 5.
Yeah?
I think I mean, in the beginning, and again, even for me, guys, I'll tell you guys, and you see me all the time, that, like, again, you change the parameters and you start thinking, oh my God, there's this bigger thing I gotta do, or something, or maybe not, but, you know, but sometimes, again, just jumping in and just kind of embracing it, like embracing the idea even today.
Yeah.
Like, I went from inception to we just played 5 songs and played our set. And we are gonna stop our show here because that's what we plan to do. Now we're gonna go do some behind the scenes production stuff to get ready for another 5 songs. But you will see us back here on a regular basis. I'll start putting the dates up so you guys can follow us, and we'll get all the social media stuff out to everybody and everybody's individual social media stuff so that we can start building this community, get you guys involved. We want you to be a part of the process, right, Jane?
Absolutely.
Right? So, like, thanks. Mucho gratitude. I'm going to hit stop. We will see you guys later, alligators. All right. Bye. And boom there. We can leave that running, so we'll have that. Actually, still OBS is running. And, okay. Let's see. What am I trying to do? Oh, stop OBS. Stop OBS. Okay.
Cool.
And I love that stuff too, because again, you know, just as we start running this stuff, little tags, little repartee, people get glitchy on all, you know, people like get in. And so I think we crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you, let's,
I thought
I mean,
Look
a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Look,
but
it was a glorified rehearsal in that sense. Let's not lie. But, no.
we
But,
worked through everything, or got through everything that was.
yes, and all it did to me, the most beautiful thing is, again, it just exposes the eyesores. It exposes what needs more attention. And that's what I really was hoping. It's like, all right, you know, when you squeeze it right there and you go, okay,
Like, this is, if we were performing, this is what we have.
this is what you would have. Now, I think, again, our ability to adapt to the day, to the moment, to, you know, share a thoughtful thought or have a thoughtful response, or, you know, like all that stuff, and again, having fun with, the hiccups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because it's not about being perfect.
No.
That is our reality, right? And if it made a million people want to watch you again because they're like, "Will she do it again? I just gotta see if she does it again." Like that's where we live.
Yeah.
It's not, And I only say that because it starts to have value. That's what television and all the stuff we're doing and trying to really, sort of assimilate the upper echelon and sort of almost become, yeah, I want to be an artist, but yeah, wouldn't you rather just be a Kardashian? You know what I mean? Like, make records, do whatever you want to do with it because you're just financially secure. And again, I'm not saying it in a negative way, but like to me, it is through the music first and foremost, but because that's the way I chose. But I want to do it that well. And I want to perfect a system that it's here, and this glorious studio just pays for itself.
Yeah.
And I think all the ideas that I've been all the ideas I've been having and things I've thought about and ways to spin it, I tested today. Right? And you heard me. I'm asking for the Patreon. I'm like right at it.
Yeah.
Because I've been working on it. I've been learning all the terms. I've been watching all the best. These people that I know are pulling down crazy loot. And they're talented.
Yeah.
Not that they're not talented. But
they know what they're doing with
there's an
that
economic
song.
system to... Oh, let me turn that part off.